Hey guys, welcome to Your Adventure Compass. I am so excited to bring this video to you guys today. We are standing outside the Route 66 Hall of Fame and Museum in Pontiac, Illinois. I want to invite you guys to come along with us while we check out this awesome museum. So currently these guys are working on the roof, replacing the roof, making sure that all these precious memories are preserved. The murals painted on the buildings in the back alleyway were amazing. Very realistic and definitely a great photo opportunity. We stayed in a hotel here in Pontiac, Illinois the night before and thought what a perfect spot to hit before we get back on Route 66. Join us as we check out the Route 66 Museum. And starting right over here, there are some different things from a restaurant. Berghoff's restaurant at historic Route 66 and 17 West Adams Street in Chicago. The museum starts with all these various things from Chicago and works its way, I believe she said, further south. And this is Snuffy's Grill. I believe, if I am correct, those are some old oil cans or bottles, I should say. Yeah, because they see standard here. And this diner that's shown in that picture there, you can still visit that. It's an old diner car, and that was on my list of places to possibly stop, but I don't think we're gonna have time to stop there as well. It's the Streetcar Diner in Gardner, Illinois. Streetcar Diner, yep. And over here, I think we're going to try and stop and see one of these yet. They have a couple of restored gas stations. This one says Marathon and Texaco. And I kind of think the one that we're going to stop and see, I think it's the Standard. We shall see. Yeah, this is it here. This one here has been restored and you can stop and see it. We're going to stop by and take a look at that in person along this trip. I think that's a picture of the gas station after it was restored. As you can see, there's a top photo and then a bottom photo. This is a restaurant, Cozy Inn, Mario's Pizza. A lot of different places that were famous along Route 66, famous diners and places to stop and things to see. And they have a lot of the memorabilia from all of that in here. Some trains over here. This looks like it's state troopers. Look at that there, the old motorcycle. There was a place, we might see something in here from it that I was planning on stopping. And I was hoping to get some overhead footage. Unfortunately, I have no way to do that, to get the overhead footage. There is a police station here that is shaped like a pistol. Unfortunately, you can't see that unless you're overhead. Let's see what we've got here. This is Steve's Cafe. Some different things from that location. A lot of these places probably don't exist anymore, but were very, very popular back in the day. And right in here, check this out. They have the Gemini Giant. It's a muffler man, and this particular one is just a kind of like a little statue. He's pretty cool looking though. And take a look at these license plates. Route 66. This one says Do Route 66, and here's a sign that says Old Route 66. Over here, Wilmington Catfish Days. Looks like they had their own beer, I'm assuming. Yep. From an annual festival. A photo of Sammy Davis Jr. And says it was given to Bill Fairfield while working at Al Blessing's gas station in Odell, Illinois, of course, on Route 66. It says there's a Route 66 tunnel that may be revived. I don't know anything about that, but maybe a crossing or something would cross Route 66. Lots of cool stuff over here. Check out these are room keys. Hotel Pontiac, room 318. And there's room 107. Oddly enough, I have a smaller version of this shape of a key tag chain, and it's for my camper keys, and it says camper keys on it. And check out this old scale over here. This is kind of cool looking. It's got like a glass piece on the top so you could set your stuff on it. And take a look at that readout. And of course, how interesting is this? The Standard Computing Scale, Detroit, Michigan. Plenty of old pictures and stories in here. Wow, this is quite extensive. There's a lot to look at here. Oh, and take a look here. There's a map of Route 66 and all the different things. This might be outdated now. A lot of these things might be gone. And over here, this sign, this giant mural, is actually painted on the back of the building here. And take a look at these old tour guides of Route 66. And these are from different years. This is all the way back from 1990, 2001, and I don't know how far back. These just have years on them here. I don't know about the rest, but some of them do look a bit older. A couple of guidebooks up here as well. Oh wow, take a look at this, guys. There was a menu from a restaurant that was on Route 66, and it's not so much about the menu, it's about the prices. Prime rib, $3.50. Wow, a hamburger was 50 cents. Oh my gosh, the good old days. Some more stuff in here. Some other stuff over here, different restaurants they're talking about. Shrine to Route 66. Take a look at these buildings. Dixie Cafe and Gas, wow. Just a ton of stuff to see in here. And take a look at this building here. Not exactly sure what this is, but it was demolished in 2006, as you can see. And it took a bunch of these diggers to knock it over and tear it down. It was looks like it was a grain elevator. Ballard Elevator is history. And take a look at these old cars dating back to 1905. Got some various older automobiles that traveled this area. Over here, some of the older gas stations and a tow truck. And over here, some books that were written about Route 66. Take a look at this. Old gas station uniform and the hat down below. Old drive-in diner there, Oasis. Looks like it was 1960 to 1971. I don't know if that's when it closed or not. It says it was inducted into the Hall of Fame here in 1988. Guys, take a look at this old gas pump. That's pretty cool. Over here, some more history. There's a Union 76 gas station shirt here. And some more stuff down this way. Over here, got some neat stuff. Looks like this is about State Farm. It says State Farm was founded in 1922 in Bloomington, Illinois. That's kind of interesting. And he's this guy's standing next to a 1908 Model T. And some other stuff over here. An old Pepsi can right there. And some old Pepsi bottles as well. Got some more Route 66 stuff up here. And some more old oil bottles here. I can't really call them a can. I can't really call it an oil can, right? Because it's a glass bottle. But that's rather interesting. I think they used to pump it out of a 55-gallon drum and put it in these bottles, and then fill your car. And that's how they'd know how much oil they put in, because these were measured. Also, Abraham Lincoln, very prominent in this area. He grew up here, and they do have some stuff from Lincoln in the area. I won't be able to catch all of that. I really wanted to see this, but unfortunately we couldn't get there. Our timing didn't work out. This is the world's largest covered wagon with Abraham Lincoln. on the front of it. It's actually pretty darn big. I don't remember the exact height, but I want to say it's like 20, 25 feet tall. Apparently there was a Tropics dining room cocktail lounge here at some point. They have the menu from that location. It's probably a popular spot back in the day. And some more stuff down here. And over here, another gas pump. Got some old classic signs on the wall here. And check out all the old license plates. There's also an old dining booth here. It's pretty neat. It says Steak and Shake. Wow, this is from the original Steak and Shake. I had no idea. It says it was closed down in the 90s. So this is from the old Steak and Shake. Has an actual fabric tablecloth. That's pretty interesting. Now, I don't think this was... Oh yeah, that could have been from there as well. That's for your drinking straws there. The Route 66 glass piece. And take a look back here, guys. Got an old travel van. I don't know if this is I think it's a VW. This might have been something you'd see people traveling along Route 66 in. And looks like there might be some history here because there is a map from Los Angeles here going through all the various areas. So yeah, oh yeah, it says Route 66. So maybe they traveled in this van and traveled the entire way on Route 66. Also has this glass. Oh, it's plexiglass. There is like a little cabinet here with all their souvenir brochures and whatnot that they traveled with and picked up along the way. Let's see if there's anything on this particular vehicle telling us the details. All kinds of stickers on the back. And yes, we can see inside. Newspaper. It says Artist Chronicled Route 66 Life. So sounds like this gentleman used to travel the Route 66 quite a bit. Wow, look at the inside of this. There's all kinds of things in here, all kinds of buttons, Route 66 memorabilia. There's an area to sleep in there. It's got all kinds of brochures and stuff over here. And then the inside right here. Pretty interesting. And apparently these theater seats are from a theater downtown here in Pontiac, Illinois. It says it's from the Eagle Theater. The building's still there, but it's not a theater anymore. And over here is some more information on this microbus, as they call it, VW microbus. It says he traveled up and down Route 66 in this van, and it served as the model for the character of Fillmore, voiced by George Carlin in the Pixar film Cars. Interesting. Passed away in December of 2009. Another gas pump over here, Conoco gasoline. Take a look at this one. It's got a dial on the front. That's unique. And then check this one out. This is I think this one's quite a bit older. That's pretty cool. Have a little lever you would pull, and they would pump gasoline up in this tank, and you can see how many gallons it would take to fill this. I think it was 10 gallons to fill the whole thing, then they would know by what level it is how many gallons they sold you. Giant Muffler Man sign up there on the wall. And a couple more restaurants. Here's Cozy Dogs. They had little stuffed animals too. Lots of stuff down here. Cannonball Run. All kinds of historic places. Some still around. This one says Crossroads, 1953 to present. That's still around. And then some that are gone. Take a look at these old cars in here, metal cars. And take a look at those oil cans. Those are the old oil cans before we had plastic. The AAA Motor Club. Chicago Motor Club. And this place here, the Luna Cafe. And that's the key tags that I was talking about earlier. That's the size of the ones that I have. Chain of Rocks Motel. The only difference is mine doesn't have a number. It says camper keys. Lots more stuff over this way as well. There's a old A&W mug back there. A lot of people think that there's no old A&Ws left. Like the stand you would pull up to and grab yourself a root beer and a foot-long hot dog. But they still exist. Just hard to find. Alright guys, well our tour continues upstairs. Let's head up there and see what's upstairs. Over here, right at the top of the stairs, some Route 66 signs and memorabilia. Alright, so there's quite a bit in this museum besides the Route 66 stuff. Looks like there's a Titanic exhibit. I was not expecting that. And there's also a war museum up here. Kind of interesting. I'm going to continue along this way. Burma Shave. There's still a few of these signs out, I believe, that you can drive by and see. And over here, this is the Bob Waldmire Experience. Let's take a look inside here. This is some artwork that he did. There's a Denny's, always open. Unfortunately, Denny's is getting hard to find. A lot of them have closed up. The diner here. We've got this motorcycle here and above. A couple more over here. And here is a picture of Bob and his van. And some more artwork that he did up here. And down below. Wow, this is pretty neat. I don't know if he did this or not. This is pretty impressive. It's very detailed. Look at all the detail that went into this. It's like a map. And there's all kinds of writing and photos, and I don't know if he did this or not. It almost looks like something you'd see in a dictionary or something. Pretty impressive. This one up here, nature art, and this one here. Oh yeah, check this one out. He must have done these because this one here, you can tell this was hand done. That's impressive. Look at that, all the different areas, and then down here a little detail. Pretty neat. Up here, this is cool too. All these. That's some really cool stuff. That's the kind of artwork that I like because you can look at it. As I was saying, that's the kind of artwork that I really like because you could look at this like 100 times and still find something new because there's so much to read, to see. Very cool. He's got ones for, this one says 2008. Down here we have 2007, so he must have done one of these for several years. Over here, some more stuff by him. Looks like his job was maybe creating these little things for different places, different nature places and whatnot. It's kind of cool. It's all kinds of news articles about him. And here they have a video of him talking about his life. Apparently he did have a house. He didn't just live in the vehicle. Seems like that was just when he was traveling.
A little garden bed, broccoli, eggplant, zucchinis, and tomatoes.
It's all surrounded by artwork that he did.
Up the hill,
Illinois, old Route 66.
that's where I plan to park my bus, just on the other side. A lone tree further up the hill is where I can
There's a ton of these in here, all kinds of different things about Route 66.
see the poles leaned up against the telephone pole form a teepee frame. And just that away about
This is interesting too. There's Sweden, France, Japan, Netherlands, Germany, and Belgium. Pretty interesting. And over here, this area is kind of unexpected. It says Life on the Titanic. Talks about different things on the Titanic, and it looks like they have an exhibit portraying life and times of that era. So let's take a look. Over here, some various things of different plays and musicals and things, I guess. Over there, there's a bull. I don't know if that was ever used or if it was a reproduction. It's a it says White Star Line, and there's some more over here. This one looks a little fancier. This is first class place setting. So So these have little gold rims around it with the White Star Line logo. Over here, second class service with blue grapevine pattern. And more of the first class here. Interesting that they would have so many different types of plates to distinguish between the classes. I don't really care personally what type of plate I eat off of, as long as it's clean and the food is good. That's all that matters to me. And in here it says White Star Liner SS Doric. Okay, let's take a look in here. Some information here on the left. I'm not going to read through all of these, but got somebody dressed in apparel apparently from that era, as well as a suitcase from that era. It says White Star Line stateroom. Kind of interesting to see. And take a look at this here. This is a life vest. This was it says it was as used in the Titanic movie by James Cameron. This is what the life vest would have been like. Not quite what we see these days. We have a poster from the movie as well as some of the clothing that would have been worn, as well as some of the clothing that would have been worn back then. There's also a big chest up there and some more luggage. Check out this wardrobe here. Imagine carting that around as your luggage. That would be huge. Some old silverware plates here. Picture of the Titanic there. And some actual pictures of the sunken Titanic along this wall. There's some old photographs. Not too many actual photographs of the Titanic, as it did sink on its very first voyage. This is the camera right here that was used to take these photos. Here's some more formal outfits like you would have seen them wearing on the Titanic. And of course, White Star Line flag. This cabinet filled with different bottles and things like that that would have been from that era. It's a metal tin that would have contained cigarettes. And down below, a model of the Titanic. All right, guys, we're going to head up to the third floor where they have the wartime museum. Let's take a look at this. Up here, a bunch of Bunch of different medals that belong to different people along the staircase going up. And over here we have some actual uniforms that were used. It's a blanket, I guess, of sorts, or just a banner here. There's one up above with all kinds of patches. Over here, some more uniforms and the people that they belong to. There is quite a bit to see in here. Wow. Oh my, look at all of this. There are tons and tons in here. Each of these looks like they were donated, and they have a little bit of information about who they belong to. It's really cool. Take a look around at all the different things in here. There's a lot to see. So much so I don't know where to start. Got some old guns over here. Some old uniforms. And some things used in various wars. There are so many of these uniforms in here. Everywhere you look, there are literally, I would say 100 at least in here. It's amazing. There's some of the women that served our country. I feel like I'm standing in a room with hundreds of people, but these are just all uniforms. They have a little diorama here of what a war zone might have looked like. Check these out. These are quite a bit older. Take a look at these helmets here. It's like a metal helmet. These were World War I uniforms and hats. Over here, a bunch of naval uniforms. This says it's a bomb site, so they knew where to drop bombs. I think they would look down in here, check to make sure it's level, and a bunch of other things, and figure out where it was going to land. And then they drop these down. Some planes up here as well. Just take a look at all of these uniforms. My gosh, so many. 2 rows on this side, 2 rows over on this side, over here, Tons of guns and rifles over here, and more over this way as well. And then he said there was a newer area. Oh wow, check this out. I think that is that's a gas mask for a horse. Wow. I don't even know what to say about that. A gas mask for a horse. Wow. He said this area was the newer area over here. You can tell the difference in these uniforms versus the others, and as well as the arms they're carrying. Tons more over this way. Some aircraft carriers over here, and a bunch of planes over this way. Over here, more naval officers, and a couple of ships in this case. This says it's a stereoscopic artillery rangefinder, so you could see where you are firing. Of course, we can't get a good view of anything in there right now, but just to give you an idea. All right, going back into here, more stuff from along Route 66. This says this is in the Texas Panhandle, Route 66 neon drive-through. You know, there's another thing in Springfield, Illinois. There is a neon museum I would like to visit one day. Unfortunately, that didn't work out either. There's the Antique Mall. I don't know where this is located. Somewhere along Route 66. Oh, it says below. Oh, this is the Veterans Pink Elephant Antique Mall. Veterans Memorial Drive, Livingston, Illinois. So this is not far from here. If I had more time, I would definitely stop by. The Aztec Motel and Gift Shop. Got over here an old gas station. This looks like it might be further west. And check this out, Copper Cart, Route 66, Motoporium. Got a VW all stickered up outside. And this place here, Hilltop Motel, Best View in Kingman. Over here, Cars on the Route 66. And you can see there, they look like the movie Cars, like Tow Mater and whatnot. That's in Kansas. Over here, Tower Cafe. Wow, that's gorgeous. That is absolutely gorgeous. It's an old gas station, and that is in Shamrock, Texas. That looks amazing. Over here we have the Coleman Theater. Trying to get rid of the glare there. That's the Coleman Theater in Oklahoma. And of course the famous fountain, I believe this is the one that's in Chicago that was in the Married with Children intro. At least it looks like it, not positive. Can't really tell. There's no information on it. And then we've got a couple more over here with no details. This just says Eat, and it says Clanton's. And up here, 66 Bowl. And then we're going to head over this way. And over here, check all this out. I think it's sheet music. I'm not exactly sure. So yeah, I think this is sheet music of some sort. It just has different stuff. It's almost like just a piece of paper. So I'm assuming these are various sheet musics. I don't think they had records in them. I couldn't imagine fitting a record into a rectangular thing. But it says music of the 40s. So yeah, I'm assuming this was like all sheet music that you could play on a piano, something like that. A little information about Marilyn Monroe and Route 66. And then take a look at this. How cool is this, guys? Old newspapers, and look at the headlines on these. Incredible. These are really, really old. Incredible. These are all headlines of World War II, and just amazing seeing some of these. Over here, an old erector set. Look at this. It even came in a metal box. Not only was the toy metal, but the box was metal. And looks like it's got some sort of motor. Maybe it spins different things and did different things. There's an old Slinky, the original box right there. Saw a lot of this stuff over in the toy museum, but I don't think any of it was as old as this. And wow, check this out, guys. Some old comic books, Detective Comics, with Batman there. And we've got some old Batman comics and a couple others. Paper dolls. That was a big thing. And then here's a chemistry set. Many of these were eliminated and removed because some of the materials that came with these chemistry sets were toxic. So they don't. They got rid of those pretty quickly. Got a couple kitchen play sets over here. And some more items down this way. Chinese checkers, chutes and ladders. Look at that. Look at that box. That's old. Over here, this area says grab your hat and go. These are various vintage hats that were popular back in the day. Some of them aren't even hats, like she's got a headband on with some feathers. And he's got like a little cap on. Check that one out up there. Pretty amazing. Some fashion history here. Take a look at this old sign, Dad's Old Fashioned Root Beer. Some old advertisements, might have been in magazines. And over here we've got, this area is decked out like an old house. Take a look at this, look at the floor. Got the rug on the ground there, and the bouncy horse there, the chairs, and look at that TV. That giant box for what appears to be a 10-inch screen. Wow. And then the radio over there, look at that. Next to the fireplace, that's a radio. We've got a dining room set over here and a cabinet. Looking over this way, old radiator and an old telephone right here. Take a look at that. Nightstand, alarm clock, and a bed. There's a dresser and another piece over there that looks like would be for doing your makeup as well as storing some clothes with a mirror. And then, wow, check this out. Here's an old kitchen. That's really cool. And some old antique kitchen appliances like the mixer there. Looks like it's got porcelain bowls. A couple other things over there. We've got the old ice box. Well, it's actually not an ice box. It's actually a refrigerator. There's a big coil on top that would keep that cool. And we've got a stove over there and the old kitchen table with one adult chair and 2 chairs for the little ones. And I don't know how they're going to eat with that table being so high. And also this little cabinet over here. I don't know if that's for kids or what that is. Kind of unique though. Up here, 1940s, what children did, and these are some of the toys and things they would have played with. And take a look here. Some of those bottles. One says powdered iron, fun with electricity parts, ammonium chloride, some card games as well. And some old model trains. Look at those. Those are very old. They just look like the tin cars we saw at the toy museum. Lone Ranger game. I didn't even know there was such a thing. Wow. Commandos, Blockade, and Across the Channel. Some very old board games. And then here, Scrabble. They also have, looks like a Monopoly board. I don't see, oh yeah, I guess that would be Monopoly. The parts would come in there separate from the board, maybe. And then Clue. I had no idea those games were that old. Oh, look here, original Lincoln logs. I did not know they were square originally. Apparently they were square, and at some point in time they rounded them. It's kind of neat. It's an old cash register, toy cash register up there. And take a look at this play barn set. Another science set over here. This one appears to be a microscope that came with different things you could put underneath and look at. And croquet set right here. An old baseball mitt and football. And then a model airplane kit. When I was looking at all the newspaper headlines, I missed this section. There's a small section over here. Invasion begins, Germany surrenders, peace official. Bunch over here, it's over. And some more over this way. These look like they're maybe from foreign newspapers. Germany, France, Italy, Australia, Hawaii, and Panama. And one up there from the UK. Over here says the Stage Door Canteen. Let's see what's in here. Got some, wow, look at this. An old movie poster here. Rainbow Island in Technicolor. Stage Door Canteen. Some old classic photos up there. And take a look at this poster. Do with less so they'll have enough. Rationing gives you your fair share. Through these doors past the most beautiful uniforms in the world. And if you look over here, some seating, and we have all the various armed service emblems across here. And this area here looks like it would be set up where they would be playing. Got a piano over on one side and all the instruments here. Pretty neat. And check this out, guys. There's an old laundry area in here. And this says it's a Mangle iron press. I guess this would press your clothes. You'd pull this close and it would press the clothes in here. And an old wooden ironing board. A laundry line up above. And check this out. I know what this is. My mom had one of these when I was growing up as a kid. And the reason we kept it is because of this. It has a clothes wringer. You would feed the clothes in between these two rollers in here, and by doing so, when you turn it on, it would feed it through, and all the water would drain out. It would do a much better job than the spin cycle on your modern day washing machines. There's an old tub up here, and a rain board here. And check out those old boxes. Pretty cool. And I think this is a laundry cart. That's pretty funny. Well, guys, the Route 66 Hall of Fame and Museum was really cool. It was really neat to see some of this stuff. Saw some unexpected things. I did not expect to see stuff on the Titanic. Didn't expect to see war memorial stuff. Really cool museum. Lots to see in there. Really enjoyed it. If you guys are in the Pontiac, Illinois area, be sure to stop by and check them out. It is donations, so there's no admission fee. Just come in, give them a 5 or a 10 or a 20 if you're really excited about this museum, and check it out. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Click on that compass so you can subscribe and see more exciting videos just like this. And remember, sometimes adventure is a little further away.